looking kind of dark. You might have to adjust my aperture or something. Turn my audio up too, man. You know I like to lounge back in my chair when I kick it. Feel like Arsenio, Bill Maher, Stephen A. Fucking them sway with the cameras, and I go hard. True reporter got a story from the fucking start.
Man Cave for Cheddar. That original hip hop paparazzi.
Alright, what's up? We in the Cheddar Man Cave. We just invaded iHeart Radio. You know, Scream smuggled me up in here, man, for the little Cheddar Man Cave talk. I said, yo, Scream on the A. We gotta get you on the cave.
What's up, Papa? What's poppin', my brother?
You, man, how you been?
Everybody needs to know that me and Cheddar go way back.
Way back.
You know what I'm saying?
You look good.
Everything's good, man. You know what I'm saying? We taking each day. We making the most out of it. You dig?
All right. So tell them how far back we go, because I remember you really started like you were. I wouldn't say just a mixtape DJ, but you were a distributor.
Yeah. Shouts to my partner, Rip, man. You know, we basically just for the culture of mixtapes just had a lot to do with. Obviously, what we did on our own, you know, for the DJ Scream brand and the Hood Rich brand, but just when we saw something dope like other DVDs, I won't name them, and Cheddar DVD.
Oh, you can name them. It's cool.
You know, we support all your smacks, your raw reports.
Yeah, we support all that. You know,
I remember French. I remember the first conversation I had with French with Cocaine City. I think he sent down like 50 DVDs or something like that, and then I hit him back like 3 days later, like, yo, they gone. He's like, they're gone already. They're gone already. And Cheddar knows, like, we ain't play around, man. Like, we really had our pulse on the city, so we took this product to places where, you know, other people might not go. You know what I'm saying? And that was just kind of a way of building a relationship with a lot of people, because we just like thought if it was dope, it needed to be on the block. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even really about the bread all the time and everything. It's just like, if it's dope, it need to be on the block. We know we got our product, but if it's just dope product, so we start to reach out to other DJs and DVDs, and if it was merch, whatever it was that was dope, we felt like was good for the street and mixtape culture, we rock with it.
And I want to salute you for doing that for the movement, but I want to thank you as well.
No, that's all good.
For real, because you took a lot of boxes.
I want to thank you for bringing me up to them Boston Cheddar birthday parties. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to thank you for. So it was all worth it. Just so I could bring my ass up to Boston in 2-degree weather and rock out with my partner.
I'm saying you introduced me to the South. It's only right I introduced you to Boston. You know,
big
it's only
out.
right. It's
big
only
shouts,
right. You
big
know,
shouts out to Boston, man.
You know, but nah, you always have been a 100 person. You know, like you always have been true to your word. So it's hard to find that today, not just in hip hop, but just in business and people you come across, from family to friends to
Well, you know, I tell the same story of and I tell artists, you know, this whatever we got today, it ain't promised for tomorrow. Like we seen people on top, and then we seen people in the mud. Like imagine going from the mud and getting to the top, and then you're humbled by whatever you believe in, God, the universe, whatever, and you back in the mud because you didn't do people right. So on that way down, you see everybody you didn't do right on the way up. You feel what I'm saying? So I think that's just something, you know, when I look at artists that made millions and they broke, I'm like, yo, you know what? I'm like I said, we taking each day and making the most out of it. Like tomorrow's not promised. The only thing that's promised is just this moment right here. That's barely promised to us. So for me, it's just kind of like, you know, if I could sit down, I've sat down with multi-millionaires, and then, you know, shouts to Ross when I was signed to Atlantic and MMG and everything, and I could have conversations with these people who are really successful, and they were down to earth. But you got a kid with, you know, not to count pop, a little 50,000, 100,000 acting crazy, like, whoa, bro, you know you can blow that in one day, and you could be right back in the mud. So I just try to always be mindful of that and just say, like, man, it's a blessing to be a part of this culture. Like when people tell me you're nominated for an award, I used to sit on my couch looking at the Source Awards and the Source and all that, dreaming. So for me to get here and to start acting crazy, Come on, man. Like, that don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, we blessed to be a part of this culture. Blessed to have this culture. The culture is back on the top officially now. They put out the whole E-Blast. Hip-hop has trumped rock. Yes. Rock is not making music. Hip-hop is going platinum and double check. Because they got right. They got the stream situation right. They got it all right. Because we was already popping, but they changed it to where we weren't getting our credit for what was going on. So now here's our culture, and our culture speaks volumes everywhere. That's a blessing, bro. You feel me? What you done as Cheddar is in.
True that. Tip our hats off.
No, but straight up, what you done as Cheddar is in history. Period. It's in my storage. You know what I'm saying? It's like every mixtape I've done is hit. You can't take that from us. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it's really about. Like I tell some of the younger cats, like none of that. They start ranting about this and that, and I'm this and that. Bro, what's your track record? How many points do you have on the board? How many wins do you have on the board? Because a football player can go say, man, I play football. I can do this. I can do. Imagine if you play, no disrespect, love the city of Cleveland, but if you play for the Browns, you could be the best player on the Browns. How many wins did your team put on the board? And that's what it was always about with Hood Rich. How do we put up wins? How do we DJ Scream? How do we DJ Spins? How do we swamp Izzo? How do we Hood Rich Pablo Juan? How do we cashing out platinum record? Like, it's the wins that matter.
So at what point, I don't mean to cut you off, at what point did you know you was winning and coming from that street underground DJ and, you know, and being in the flea markets and distributing all over the country to becoming almost like a household name and a like major artist wanted to get with you now?
Phone calls.
Like what point was it? What phone call was it?
I mean, it definitely, you know, when we dropped, shouts to my brother, rest his soul, Shawty Lo.
I knew it. Rest in peace, Shorty Low.
When we drop On the Man 2, bro. I'm talking about Busta Rhymes called my phone, Ross called my phone.
Yes.
Man, I could go on and on. All these people called my phone, and it was surreal. You know, even with that Busta Rhymes call, I was like, bro, do you know I was like 3 years old listening to Leaders of the New School? It became kind of surreal to me. So I told you that it was never about, everything else was a cloud. Oh, you're popping. We want to book you. Here's the money. Here's this. That's a cloud. That's not real. I have to focus on the fact that I am a part of this culture.
Exactly.
I'm in Gucci Man's book.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? I just read his whole book. I'm in his book. That's history. So that's what you want to do. You want to be a part of the culture and the history. Even what I'm doing now with radio and everything, it's like, this is your staple. So I'm just trying to get the game to people because I share the game. When nobody share it with me, I had to bump my head. I ask people, yo, it's like T Grizzly said in the record. I asked niggas to plug me, and they're like, I ain't hear me. That's how it was for us. It was like, damn, it seems like, you know, people's keeping it away from us.
Everything on your own.
We're going to pray harder. We're going to work harder, and you're going to have to see us. So that's what it really was all about for me and still is. You know what I'm saying? Like, being a staple and being a tastemaker of. Then again, we're not even going to talk about the fight for Atlanta. Like, it wasn't always cool. Our music wasn't always cool. It was like, oh, that country-ass down south music, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't always cool. We fought for that. Outkast sat at the Source Awards and said, they declared war on the world. The South got something to say. And then we all sat back. Yeah, we do have something to say, huh? Yeah, that's right. We got something to say. And then they riled us up, and then we all these hip-hop babies were born where it was like, man, I love East Coast music and West Coast music, but y'all need to know what's going on in the South. So when T.I. came and Gucci came and Jeezy came and all these futures, when all these people came, it's like, finally, like, our story's being told. It's bigger than just, it's what I'm saying is bigger than just people doing it for all the wrong reason. We love the fast cars and the chains and so forth, but are you leaving your mark? How many people, you know, a real humbling experience. I'll take you one day, bro. I'll take you to my storage. It will dig through my vinyl. And then, like, for every 100 records, you probably remember one. Where's the other 99 people that had record deals that thought they were out of here? Out of here. Literally. You feel what I'm saying? So that's the thing that I try to just tell people, like, man, take advantage of the moment and be grateful for this. Like, this is hip-hop culture. Think about it. If we ain't have it, what we'll be doing and what we was doing before we was making money. You feel what I'm saying?
We would be, you know.
You
I think we are the people though. We're creative. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we would have figured out something
For sure.
You know,
for
so,
sure. But it's a blessing.
I think that we just got to make sure that we own what's ours. That's very important.
For sure.
That we keep ownership of things that are ours.
A big shout out and salute Ghazi from Empire. You know, we do a lot of business with him, and he preaches ownership and independency, and that's my brother. We do a lot of work together, and you're right. Like, own your publishing, own this, own your masters. Like, it's important.
And that's what I'm big on. Own your masters. So speaking of own your own masters, I got a throwback salute. R.I.P. Shorty Low. We're gonna shoot to some Bankhead footage featuring Shorty Low, Cheddar DVD, Man Cave. Let's pull it up live from iHeart Radio.
Cheddar.
Yep.
Got original hip hop
Bankhead, my
paparazzi.
street, let's get it. Bam.
Shawty Lo, man. Bigger than rigging, brother. Bring your top down.
Hey, hello, hello, they know, hello, hello, they know, hello, hello, they know, hello, they know, Shawty Low, I got flavor, plus you know, the kid got paper, like 40, don't save her, Bankhead, been pulling caper.
Lord legend in the city, man.
Shawty had the streets fucked up, man. You did what I'm saying.
Man, Low is a big nigga on Bankhead, man.
Had the muscle. You know, he had his tools to grind the street, make his move. You did what I'm saying.
And I know what that man capable of doing, man, in the streets, man. So all these motherfuckers talking about this and talking about that, man, I ain't seen you when Burger King right down Bankhead where churches be at. So you know who I'm talking to.
Fake ass rapper, I don't like rappers. I really don't like them niggas. I fuck with Low, 'cause Low ain't no rapper. Low just jot shit down on the paper, make it sound good, you know what I mean?
I remember before I even knew D4L or Low, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm from the east side of town. I keep hearing about Carlos way back. What is Carlos? And then I finally put two and two together and met him. It all made sense. So it's like you might hear a street name from somebody that's on the south side or the west side. Like, I was hearing about Carlos Walker way before, you know what I'm saying? I even started coming to Bankhead.
Welcome to Bankhead, nigga. Yeah, what's happening, man? It's your boy L01, man. You know what I'm saying? We still right across the street from the picket page. We're right there. Still next door to that steroid church chicken, man. You know what I'm saying? I tell it to every motherfucking camera, man. We on Bankhead. You on my street, nigga. West Side King, nigga. ATL. Y'all know what it is. They been arguing about it.
We run the streets.
Man, they really ain't no argument, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know, man. Where y'all at right now, Cheddar?
Bankhead, baby.
On Bankhead, man. Do what I'm at every day, man. Address still the same, 2016. You see it right there. I got D4L on the wall right there. Live in the color. The difference in me and these other niggas, man, I'm just ain't no rapper, man. You know, I'm a real street nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm originally from this street, Bankhead, born home, you know what I'm saying? The thing is about me, my name wasn't ringing for the rap shit. My name ringing for what I did in the streets, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit. My thing for real, man. I just ain't no rapper, man. You know what I'm saying? I got a new thing called the slow flow. You know what I'm saying? I don't rap. They might tell me, man, I ain't like the other niggas tell you that they get in there. I can't freestyle. You know what I'm saying? I get in there and I take my time, put my thoughts on the paper, man. And that's, you know what I'm saying? That's Shawty Low. You know what I'm saying? My name been ringing. Music ain't jumped me out. You know
I heard you did a little bit of time in jail.
Yeah, I ain't really served too much time. You know what I'm saying? 5 lawyers on deck. Did about a year, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm facing about 40, man, with 3 different cases, man. What up, big dog? I made that song feel good to be here, man. Did 3 fellas, man. All I did is a year. It was hard, man. At one time, I thought I was gonna get a little time, man, but I ain't had to go to no jury trial. I ain't had to do nothing, man. But you know what I'm saying? I had to lay down, man. They wouldn't let me out no more this time, though. But I ain't beating down case, but I got a year for each case, man. The lawyer got everything ran in concurrent. And the kid back on the street. Hey, I told you I would. Hey, it feels good to be here. It feels good to be here. It feels good to be here. I must have done something right. It feels good to be here. It feels good to be here.
Maybach for Cheddar.
So we back, man. Man, rest in peace, Low, man. That caught me so off guard, man. I was nowhere near expecting that at that moment in time, man. You know, like, Man, he was a great dude, man.
Yeah.
Shorty Low was a good dude, man. He really embraced me, and like, you know what it is? When someone opens up to me and my cameras, to me it's like, yo, like you gave me a piece of you, like you really like let me like thank you. You know, no matter who it is, like if you're on top of the world, you're not on top of the world. Like just to give you that moment of time and to take the time to really speak to you and you know, like then just open, you know, with open hands. Come on in, Cheddar. Come to the studio, man. What you smoking? Woo woo woo. Yeah, we popping outside. Come on out here. Nah. This is my man. Yo woo woo woo. We doing the donuts. We, you know, it was just love. Yeah. So now whenever I rode through Bankhead, it was like, yo, pull over. He ain't even gotta be there. Yeah. It's like it was love. It was like, damn, I'm from Boston. I ain't even from Georgia. How a Boston kid from Roxbury gonna pull up in Bankhead and get love? That's the real.
That's the real like hood. The real hood morals and ethics, because I'm from the other side of town myself. So the thought of going to the west side of Bankhead, being from the east side, like the first time me and my partners were like, yo, we gonna go over to the west side. I'm like, for what? Whoa, why we going over there? You know what I'm saying? Like, we good over here. But, you know, when you met Low and the team and Fabo and Mook and Stun and everything, the whole 2610 movement, man, it was so genuine. There's that moment in Gucci's book, and I remember when Low called me, you know, when Gucci had a lot going on, and, you know, basically Gucci had a lot going on. You can read about it in the book. And I remember Low called me and was like, yeah, man, I'm going to start letting Gucci, man, just pull up to the studio. You like Gucci? I'm like, yeah, Gucci, I'm from the east side, bro. Like, yeah, that's Gucci. Like, you ran into Gucci? Yeah, I ran him to the mall, told him, like, he like, man, people acting a little funny with me because I got these situations, these beefs. But Low was like, I don't care nothing about that. Pull up on me. Let's make music. And that's in his book, and he put that in there, and that's how Low was. Like, you got to think, man, like, for me at the time, I'm hustling, I'm mixtaping, I'm doing all I can do. And this is very exclusive info. I gave it to one other interview, and I'll give it to you. I remember being on the tour bus on tour with him, and Low, all respect due, he was supposed to do a Gangsta Grills, right? At the time, you do your Gangsta Grills. So whatever conversation they were having, they were talking about trying to do a Gangsta Grills. And I remember the homies Brasky and Front Street was like, Gangsta Grills cool, but why don't we rock with our DJ? He out in the trenches in the mud with us, and he looked at me like, man, I don't know nothing about this. I'm like, you can do that too? You know what I'm saying? I was like, bro, I can do it all. You know what I'm saying? He's like, all right, cool, it's done. You doing my mixtape. Yeah, like 3 records. Me and Rick would pull up on them every day. Yo, you gotta make another record, bro. You gotta make more records. We're gonna need at least 5. Then 5 went to 10. Next thing you know, we got I'm the Man mixtape out. Next thing you know, he's getting paid shows. Next thing you know, we got part 2. Next thing you know, our dog is on BET Awards shouting us out.
You know what? You know what I fault the industry for? At that moment, the industry should have made you an A&R. I swear to God. To this moment, to this moment, I don't understand why. But at that moment, they didn't understand that was the beginning of DJ Scream picking out hits, and he done picked out several. You done dug out several hits that people listen to up north or around the country for that, you know, and they don't know that. Yo, Scream probably handpicked this dude and said, yo, he's gonna be next.
And I always salute, man, because there was a lot of conversations with a lot of artists that I can name about a lot of what could be's and what might be's. But I always salute Ross because he called me at a time. It was crazy. I remember I remember clear as day. I was like on the couch, you know, I'm a drinker. I was sipping something, and I was looking at World Star on the big screen, and I was like, oh, this MMG. Oh, he got Wale, he got Meek, he got that. I like this, like New Rockefeller, man. So in my head, it's just a distant dream. Like, I like to get down with that. It's crazy how the world works, right? Be careful what you put into the universe. 2 weeks later, what's up, it's Rose. Remember I told you I was going to get at you. He had told me like a year and a half, 2 years before that, like, I'm going to get at you. He's a big to be continued person. Like, if he tells you, Cheddar, I got something for you, you'll be waiting 7 years and you see him, got something for you. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So he was like, yo, we got Wale, we got Meek, we got Pill, we need Scream. So what are you saying? He said, what I'm saying is, text me a name. I'm gonna fly down tomorrow. I'm like, whoa, tomorrow? Like, I got a life, bro. Hold on. Like, you know what I'm saying? But literally the next day, I'm at his mansion in Miami, and we putting plays together for mixtapes and this and that and the third. So I say all that just to say it takes a visionary, and I salute him for reaching out to me and helping me take my brand, which was already kind of national, and making it international. You know what I'm saying? Because of that, I was able to go overseas and tour and do parties and just see more of the world and expand my brand. Everything happened how it's supposed to happen. I don't know if I would want the title of A&R. I respect what they do, but it's like, what has that title become? You feel what I'm saying? No, I can't sit behind a desk all day, and I wouldn't want to. I like to say can't, never say never, but I like to be hands-on. See the talent in the real streets, and it's cool to click on SoundCloud, look at numbers and all that stuff. But the reason I've always been able to do that, I can't take full credit because the people around me keep me in tune with what's really going on. And me being me, I need to go see it. I don't care if it's in the 5-star Hollywood or if it's in the slums of the slums. I need to go see it. You understand what I'm saying?
Make sure it's real.
So
like,
that's
all right.
That's
the crowd really moved to this.
And to me, that's what I thought. Like Recipe Shakir, you know what I'm saying? Like those type of people that really kind of got their hands and knees dirt, like they got dirty in order to find this talent. I'm not knocking the SoundCloud A&Rs. I'm not knocking the digital A&Rs. Get your money. But for me, as a street DJ per se, I need to see it. I need to know it's real. I need to know that the crowd knows the words to the song word for word. Furthermore, it makes people don't understand. Like when I was talking about 21 Savage a year ago, and I did my record with 21, and I'm telling people it's gonna work not just because he's talented, because he's the real deal. You feel what I'm saying?
And that's what you always said. That's one thing you've always preached. You be like, yo, Cheddar. I be like, man,
yo,
he the truth.
He the real
he
deal.
About that action, Cheddar.
That's what I'm saying. He the real
truth.
deal. Like it's not.
And I'm
right.
the first one. Man, that shit fake. I ain't believing nothing. Screen. I ain't going for the bullshit. Get that shit out of here.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Curve, you miss me with it. Whatever it is.
Then you meet him.
But damn, another one.
Then you meet him.
Another one.
It's just something about the validity of. We know that it's music and it's entertainment, but it's something about the validity of, that this ain't just rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like this is somebody talking about what they doing,
and you feel it in the music. You hear it in the music. And you hear the music, and I can vouch for that. And the first time I heard a 21 Savage track, it was actually my son. He's 14. He might have been 13 at the time. Might have been a year ago, 2 years ago.
Yep.
And he was like, I'm like, what? He's like, yo, I'm listening. I'm like, okay, it's different.
Yeah.
I was like, and then the next day I'm like, yo, I kind of like that. And now, of course, I'm a fan. I'm really a fan of 21 Savage. I won't front.
That's really what it's about,
1
man.
million, 2, 8.
It's
Come on, man.
There's so many places.
He get busy. He get to it for real.
There's so many places everywhere, man. There's so much talent. There's talent tucked off in Detroit and Ohio and just everywhere. There's so much talent, so many stories, and that's why I already liked hip hop, but that's why I fell in love with it, because I could put on Illmatic, close my eyes, and feel like I'm in Queensbridge. Especially, rest in peace, Prodigy. If you ain't listen to Prodigy and feel like you was on the block, you know what I'm saying? Like you feel like you was right there.
And
so
to this
war
day,
going on outside, nobody is safe from. It's like, yo, man, like that's why I fell in love with it, because of the stories, and especially when they're true stories or they have accuracy to them. So that's just kind of what made me fall in love with the art form, and I just think it's something special when somebody tells a new story or comes from even a new hood. Even though it was R&B, I just thought it was dope that Bryson's from Kentucky. Dope. I can't wait to hear this. You know what I'm saying?
What's his life? What's his
exactly?
What you want to tell us?
I want to hear this. I'm waiting for the Seattle, Washington rappers. Somebody out there got a story. You feel what I'm saying? So that's what I think just keeps everything progressive, man.
So speaking of stories, have you ever had any unawkward stories on the road? Like any fans that was just too like, damn, what is this about a fan? Just anything. I
think with artists and rappers, I always embrace the love. You know what I'm saying? But I try to tell them like there's a time for everything. Like I've had people like drop everything and be like, oh man, I met Screen. Oh man, I'm on now. No, you're not. I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? Like some of the artists kind of get overly excited sometimes, and I tell them like your approach is everything. I'm gonna respect the kid that just be like, "What's up, Screen? My name's so and so. I just want you to know who I am. You're gonna see me." I respect that. I don't want to hear, "Yeah, this is my music. I'm the best rapper since Jay-Z, and this is real, and this is that, and I'm telling you this." Yo, bro, just go prove it. You feel what I'm saying? Just go prove it, and then we link when we link. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the most awkward. I mean, I had people trying to follow me to the car, to the tour van, everything, to freestyle for me, this and that. I'm like, listen, dog, now's not the time, man. You get out of town, you trying to move around, do what you got to do, and then, keep it moving. Like, I'm not trying to just be out here on the block. As much as I love the hood, but I'm not listening to you freestyle, catch a stray one listening to your whack ass freestyle. Like, we gonna catch up. We gonna catch up when we catch up, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. But I appreciate the love from all the artists and the independents. I'll just say this, not even just for me, but for other artists and DJs, man. Work on your approach. You know what I'm saying? Like, work on your approach. Like, you got to think about how many times a day somebody approaches me just blindly telling me they're the next hottest rapper. That ain't the way.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm
So
saying?
you've traveled with a lot of artists, and you've been on tour, been on road. What artist has that biggest fans? Like, they just go crazy when they step out. Like,
I mean, Rose at his prime. Not he's not his prime no more, but Rose at his prime was real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, after he had the seizures and came back, and Rich Forever dropped and started making his Wingstop moves and everything, and we went on tour. Like, I mean, it was dope, because when we were on the MMG tour, like, all of them are stars in their own right. Like, Rose has a certain type of star power, but then you got Meek, they got a different type of star power. You feel me? And then you got Wale, they got a whole different crowd. So these tours were just it was so diverse and beautiful, because it's like, you got the hood, you got the hipsters, you got the whites, the blacks, everything, and everybody is just singing these anthems. I'm a Boss, BMF, Lotus Flower Bomb, like, all of these anthems is back to back to back. So that's definitely some of the bigger star power I've been around. Man, D4L, when Laffy Taffy was at the top, like, that's probably the first time I seen a group, like, getting chased by girls, like, literally, like.
What was that? What's the night like after after a performance and you it's over and you going back? What's the night like with that? What Laffy Taffy?
What was that like? Trying to incriminate me, man?
What was that like back then?
So I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, I'm almost a freak of nature to the point where I have to be honest. Like, I'm a Capricorn. I'm a workaholic. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm sure a lot of shit went on. You feel me? But I'm always trying to, like, figure it out. I'm like, I got time for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you get to the top of the world and you can do whatever you want. So for me, like, I would hear the stories. You know what I'm saying? I would hear the stories. I'm not gonna incriminate. No, I'm just saying I'm not gonna incriminate them. You hear the stories. The road life and everything for them. But honestly, for me at that time, it was like, it's the
so
same.
What about Maybach music time now? When we fast forward 10 years later, 5, 7.
So Maybach music.
What were those nights like after the show?
Maybach music tours are a lot more sophisticated. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like,
so after a performance, the show's over. What's the night like that like?
For them or for me?
I guess for
the married me, nothing. For them, for them. I mean, the Maybach music tour was very much so. Everybody comes and does their job together in unison, and then everybody kind of goes their way.
Okay.
Meek might head back to fit anything. Like, everybody kind of just goes their way. You know what I'm saying? Me, I told you I'm an animal. I'm trying to do 4 parties. I'm trying to go DJ, that's just where my head always is, the Capricorn mind. Like, I'm trying to get the money.
Yeah, I've been on a road trip with you before. I think we was in Tennessee or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, we were like, yo, all right, I'm gonna come on the road with you.
Yep.
And you're like, I got a party here. So we do the party.
Mm-hmm.
It's like fucking 2 o'clock, 1:30. You're like, yo, I got another one over here.
Yeah,
I'm
seriously, man. Like,
we must have left Atlanta about 8, 9 o'clock. It was already dark when we left Atlanta. So we went to a club.
Yep.
We went to another club. Man, I was like, yo, Scream, man. I'm going to get some rest, man.
Go, man.
He was grinding.
Think about it. Like,
I respect it.
I'm telling you, everybody to think about that day as when everybody was trying to make it, man. Like, y'all let me in the building? For real? Y'all let me in the building?
Now look at you.
I'm in the building.
You in the building.
I'm in the building.
You see us, we in the building. Y'all see what building we in.
Y'all had to kick me out. I'm not
yes.
leaving. You feel me? So that's always how it is. I just feel like, you got to negotiate and do business and everything, but it's just kind of like, yo, man, I used to do this for nothing. You feel me? It was a hobby in my bedroom. Thank you.
I hear you. I hear you.
You know what I'm saying?
So before we go though, what I do want to know, what was your favorite cheddar of all cheddars? What was your favorite cheddar?
The pinky one was dope.
Give it up to Pinky.
The pinky one was dope.
Give it up to
The pinky one was
yes.
dope. I remember that because it shed like a different light on her. Like everybody knows that she's an actress, but you shed like an entrepreneur light on her. Like yo,
to give it up, Pinky was sharp. Pinky was
she on her
very
business,
sharp.
right?
Yeah, she was sharp, and
Yeah.
I just used to see stuff in her like that no one else would see in her. Like damn, like for me, it was like, yo, what else could you do? Because you can't do this forever. So, I would remember, we'd be in a house or something, and she just messing around. She'd just be rapping and shit. Some shit come on, and that's when it was like, all right, let's try to go to the studio route, So we tried that route, and it kind of, but
you influenced us to meet, which influenced me to host her tape because she was like, yo, I don't think nobody would take me serious.
I'll give you a perfect example. And I think that was with any. It was funny because people would be like, yo, you be around these porn stars.
Yeah.
Like, it was, me, it was never touching.
Yeah,
because if I touched, I couldn't work. It was never, ever any touching.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
you choose one or the other. Yeah.
I want to say the night I met Sasha Cream, I was with you.
Yep.
It was, and we were in, what strip club?
I think it was Luda. No, one strip. I think it was Luda's restaurant.
No, we were in a strip club. What's the strip club right there when you come by 75, right around the corner from right behind the Marriott downtown?
I think it was not dance.
Little club.
Gold Rush.
No,
maybe?
it was the little club right there in the back there behind the hight.
Goosebumps.
Is it Goosebumps? Yeah, it's Goosebumps.
Goosebumps.
We were in
You had the
Goosebumps.
camera. You had the
yes,
camera.
we was in Goosebumps, and that's when we met Sasha.
Yep.
Don't know, we met at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
She was doing all types of wild stuff when I met her. Mm-hmm. Teeth wasn't. She had go-to. Yo, I swear, my whole thing, and rest in peace, my wife at the time, Tam, rest in peace, our whole thing was to take this young woman, or take this woman, and really put her in a place where she didn't have to do all that. And it was the same thing for any other woman I ever dealt with. It was never about, like, yo, being porn or do this. It was like, yo, what else could you do? Like, yo, you could be fly. You don't really have to do that. Watch this. By the time that magazine came out and she was on the cover, they was like, yo, who the hell is this drop dead gorgeous chick?
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was always about taking and like teaching her how to speak correctly, doing interviews, so it was always different with any female I came across. It was never really encouraging them to do anything sexually. It was never that. It was like, let's get the best out of you.
This is the biggest thing. At that time, I was going to the strip club almost every night. And what I respected about it goes back was they are hustlers. Now, some of them manage properly, some of them mismanage. But it's like when you sit down and you think about, like, damn, that's a hustle, like having to do your hair this way. And they would tell me, if I do my hair this way, I get this type of attention. And they got it down too. This is a science. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is a lifestyle. So I respect women. I don't think that it has to be one-dimensional. Like, that's the only thing you can do. But I have a respect for your hustle. If you can evolve it. What's the difference between a trapper getting into music? You feel me? It's the same thing.
For real.
If you can evolve it, I respect it. It's just when I don't want to see the 55-year-old woman
your
with
mentality is stuck
with the sagging titties still trying to twerk and, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't. You lost.
Yeah, you're dead. You're gone. You're gone. So, Pinky, that's your favorite one? Anything else?
There was one. Man, there was one in Boston. He was in the hood. What's the name of the rapper? Man,
I think I know you're talking about.
You gotta know, yeah. Crazy.
Smoke Bolger.
There you go.
Yeah,
that one was crazy too.
Yeah,
that one was crazy too. Because I felt like I got a little more into. That's before I got a chance to come to Boston, and I felt like I got a little more of Boston. So I'm paying attention to just detail. Just kind of whips and this and the quality of jewelry and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, this is when I start to really see, like, man, it's all really the same. Like, it's different. It's different hoods. You call it different things, but a lot of the stuff he's talking about is going on in Atlanta. It's just labeled
accent
different.
Is different.
Yeah, it's
different accent. That's all it is.
The climate is different.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Like the same tricks and dumb shit they run around my way. Like, man, it'd be the same tricks and dumb shit they running around here. And then the same motherfucker trying to get somewhere is the same motherfucker trying to get up out the rat race. So, we all doing the same thing. Is we just got to do it together. That's what's most important.
No doubt.
And that's why we here.
Yeah.
So thank you again, man, for always keeping it 100, man, keeping this ATL Boston thing always working, man.
Always. Big up Cheddar, man. Big up Cheddar
salute,
DVD,
man.
always.
You know, make sure you log on and keep up with Scream, man. He's definitely doing his thing,
It's
man.
DJ Scream on the gram, and you can get my full radio schedule. We're doing iHeart Radio Monday through Friday. Still doing Sirius Radio. That's 10 years now. So, you know what I'm saying? Very proud of that.
Give it up. 10 years of Sirius Radio.
Moved me to prime time Saturday night, so that's a blessing, Hip Hop Nation. And shouts to the homie Hood Rich, Pablo Juan. We got so many artists. His album is dropping this week, so that's why I'm shouting him out. So make sure you check him out. But it's just dope, man. Just to have a circle of producers, DJs, models, tastemakers, just a circle that's still relevant that long.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I say I humble myself. I wake up and meditate and humble myself because I might have been happy with a 3-year run, just to have a run. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that I feed myself, help feed other people, and inspire other people, and probably the craziest thing. I remember running into some young cats at the studio. So they're in there just getting high, just going crazy on a rapper that will remain nameless. Yeah, that nigga old, man. It's like got to be 30 years old. That nigga old, man. You know what I'm saying? He old, he old ass nigga. I'm like, damn, if y'all gonna go crazy on him and he barely 31, what am I? Oh, no, you ain't old. You like legendary. It's different. Like some niggas like age great. They got the whole science. Some niggas age gracefully. You don't be hating on young niggas. You old when you hate on young niggas and you just wear old people clothes. And I was like, yo, I go get my hair cut in the morning. I gotta stay young. But man, I think that's just because that's what it is. I didn't want to compete with DJ Spins or Tanker when I wanted to bring them and embrace them. I wanted to bring these people in and embrace them into a circle, kind of like almost on some like Dipset shit. Like, let's get it together. You know what I'm saying? Let's first make sure that we can rock and get along. That's what I tell people when people, I want to be a part of Hood Rich. I don't know you. You could be the dopest DJ in the fucking world. If I don't like you, I don't give a fuck. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, these are my family. They come over, we kick it, we drink, we play video games, watch the dinner. We ain't even talked about music. So then when we do music, it's easy. It's just organic, and it's just we do something special because it's not forced. It's like, oh shit, let's go fuck with some music. You feel what I'm saying? Rather than we're sitting here forcing it, trying to force it and drinking and smoking and trying to force ourselves to vibe with each other. That's whack. And I tell people that, like, when you build your crew, like, make sure it's like got a family element of somebody that's gonna help you up, and there's gonna be swings and this stuff, and everybody just kind of builds on each other. And that's what Hood Rich has been about for so long. It's just like saluting each other, knowing when to step out the way. I remember when I was like, yo, and I would do interviews and say, yo, Spence is the hottest DJ in the city. How could you say that? You're in Atlanta. Why would I not say that? Like, Steph Curry knew when to step aside and let Durant shine. That's how you win. It goes back to the wins. The mentality needs to be about winning. That's the thing with everybody, like, is thinking that a solo win, that don't happen. That's golf, bro. We out here playing team sports. You got to have a team. I don't know anybody that made it without a team. Not far. You feel what I'm saying? So if you do right by your team, and hopefully you have a loyal team and they won't stab you in the back and all that, then you'll be amazed when the whole phrase teamwork make the dream work, what you can do. You feel what I'm saying? So that's just something I've just been that's been heavy on my heart, that I'm just pounding to people like, look, y'all get off this petty shit and just sit down. We ain't gotta, I might not know homie. We can sit down, break bread, figure it out. You know what I'm saying? As long as we respect each other. All right, let's just do it. Everybody want the whole cake. You can't even handle the whole cake, bro.
See, but a real true hustler, I wouldn't say hustler, don't get me wrong. A real businessman, you feel good when you put money in other people's pockets. I know that's what makes me feel good. When I put money in other people in another person's pocket, I feel good.
Think about when.
I put some money in your pocket. I put some money in your pocket.
Think about the people.
I put some money
can
in your
still
pocket.
remember the people when I was dead ass broke that got me $100 DJ gigs. I don't care when or what.
Exactly.
They can be way over there. I'm going on. What's up, my nigga? I remember way back when I ain't have nothing. You got me that $100. I appreciate you. What you need from me.
And
You
that
feel what
goes
I'm
a
saying?
long
It goes
way.
a long way.
That go a long way.
Goes a long way.
Exactly.
So that's all I'm telling people, man. Like, let's get off the I and make it more we. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And I'll tell you for a fact, if a person say they hung around me and I ain't put no money in their pocket, they never hung around me. It's impossible. It's impossible to spend some time around me and I ain't put no money in your pocket. It's impossible.
His name is Cheddar.
Impossible, man.
His name is Cheddar. He gonna call you.
Well, I'd have left you a long time ago. Like,
yeah, exactly.
What are you doing?
Right.
It's falling. And you just let
Exactly.
it fall on the floor. What the hell is you doing? Pick it up. It's all over the place.
Exactly, bro.
You know?
Exactly. That's what it's all about, though. So it's all about moving forward as we move into 2018. Continue to respect the culture. Continue to respect ourselves, and just elevate it. You know what I'm saying? Because where we are now is great as a culture together, but it's still a whole nother stratosphere. Like, everybody's like, yo, this hip hop, okay, since 1978. So technically, if we look at the statistics, it's 2018. So it'll be dead by 2020. Well, if it's dead, if we kill it, if we allow it, you know what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it.
So before we go out of here, we got to throw to a Cheddar throwback. We're going to leave it one son throwback. What we going to throw to? I'm going to let you pick.
Throwback?
Throwback, I'm going to let you pick.
You always got to play that Hood Rich anthem, man. DJ Scream.
Let's go. Let's pull it up. We
Pull
got
that
it
up, man.
DJ Scream. Cheddar
Southern
Man
history
Cave.
right there. Southern
Man
history.
Cave. iHeart Radio takeover. Yeah, he smuggled me in, man. Let's go, man.
Cave
Thanks
for
for having
Cheddar.
us.
Salute.
That original hip hop paparazzi.
Yours truly, DJ Scream, heavy in the streets, Hood Rich, Cheddar, man. We in the streets for real right now, man. And you know, we can't run around the A-Town without coming to Bankhead, man. Bankhead, home of Blue Flame. You know what it is, some of the baddest women in the city. We finna run here for a second and get it in. But, understand what's going on, man. Another Cheddar exclusives, all right? Now, Dipset. You know about Camron, all right? You know about Jim Jones. Been a lot of talk about who don't like who, you know what I'm saying, the separation of Dipset. And the Cheddar Cams actually got a chance to sit down with Cam and find out the real situation and how he feeling about Jim Jones.
I'm Dipset, I'm right here. Yes, sir, I'm right here. Yep.
What's popping off with you and Jimmy, man?
I ain't seen him. I hope he doing well, you know. That's that. I ain't seen him in a while, but God bless. Good luck.
Now, we heard about what Cam had to say about Jim Jones. Okay, let's hear what Jim Jones got to say about Camron. That's right. Cheddar caught up with Jim Jones too. We out here, we working, man.
Shouts to Cam. What am I to say?
Is anything Dipset getting back together to hold you?
Sure, I will hope so. I will hope so. I want to. Let's do it.
So there we have it, man. Jim said it's all good with Cam. Cam said it's all good with Jim. We might see that Dipset reunion album soon. I don't know, man. The streets need that, man. You know what it is. We still locked right here. Very historical, very big. DJ Scream, heavy in the streets.
Cave for
Cheddar
Cheddar.
DVD.
That original hip hop paparazzi.